Hello everyone, my name is Julie. So today I'm gonna show you my model in an emergency room. My model is based on the article The Use of Simulation and Design of the Experiments for Estimating Maximum Capacity in Emergency Room in Chile. So my presentation today gonna cover 5 different content. First one is the problem description. The second one is the simul model implementation. Next one gonna be the experimental study. Last but not least is my conclusion. And finally is what I have learned during this lesson. So according to my article, the hospital in Chile institution. The demand is controlled by the hospitals based on the number of companies related to them. There are two main objectives here. The first one is to maintain the patient waiting time standard. It have to be less than 100 minutes. And the second thing is to consider some physical and human resources limitations. Next one's gonna be the flowchart in my system. So I make a little bit different to my article, so it's gonna make more interesting for everyone. So there are 3 different kind of patients here. The first one is routine, the second one is severe, and the last one is moderate. 3 of them gonna go to 3 different rooms and server. So except the CV, go to every single room here. The routine and the moderate patient gonna avoid the treatment room. Now is one of my love part in this presentation, the stimulus model implementation. So in this model, I create a data table for them, so they're gonna have a different processing time for different patients, and they're gonna have a priority in there too. So they can some severe patient gonna get processing before the other one because like they need some specific treatment than the other, and of course they're gonna have longer time to stay in the system. In order to apply my table to the model, I have to set this up like 4 different kind of domain here. The first one gonna be the source, the second one is the model entity, the third one gonna be the output node, and the last one is every single server. Next one is gonna be my how I do the animation in my model. So if you right click on your model entity as symbol, you're gonna see that there is a lot of available animation in the symbol that you choose. But in my model, I just choose only 3 different kind of animation, which is sit, stand, and sleep. So now let me walk through from my model. So when I'm run it, the interesting part of my model is that like I have just only one sources here, but I have 3 different kind of patient gonna go just here. So and also that's because I'm changing the animation for them, so when they go to the room and they're waiting, they're gonna sit on the chair, and if they go to the room, they're gonna lay down on the bed here. It's quite like interesting, and I also make a label for every people can read it here. Now back to my presentation. Here is my experimental study from this. The article have the Hobbystone have 1 receptionist, 3 physicians, 5 room, and 3 paramedics. So they ask us like, okay, how we can increase the demand, which means like in this current hobby store, like they can supply for 52 patients, but they want to supply more than 3 times of this, which means gonna be like 151 patients for a day. So they say that okay, they're gonna give us like 2 receptionists, 5 physicians, and 6 room, and 5 paramedics. So they ask us, okay, so this staff gonna can deal with this number of patients in a day. And after I run in my model, it's it say that okay, this system gonna run with this really good, and the arrive average time the patient gonna waiting is like less than 70 minutes, which is really good for the model. And also the 3 different kind of patient gonna be have less than 100 minutes, like it's meet the requirement from the article. And then I want to go furthermore, like I'm gonna figure out why the routine from the um, on his have a large number like this. So I'm run this on the CMO model, and I have this kind of value from the CMO, and I'm run the parallel chart on the Excel, and it gives me this kind of chart. So in here we can see that they too significant. We have to worry, like in the vital check room and the exam room, the patient gonna wait in there a lot. So from what I want to suggest to my boss is that we gonna like set like 2 more physicians in the vital in the I mean 1 physician for the exam room and 2 more paramedic in the vital check. So it's gonna be decrease their significant in the parallel chart. So it's gonna be slow down the waiting time of the patient in the emergency room. So what my conclusion is that like the benefit of stimulation is really good for our major. Like before we doing something, if we stimulation and we show us to order, it's really good and easy to understand for someone who didn't know. And the second thing is the resource, so that the resource required to reach this level of demand are close to the feasible maximum level. And probably I'm gonna say that the most important conclusion in this studies is that we need 4.5 physicians are required in the system, which means that 4 gonna be work full time and 1 gonna be work at half time in this system. So let's learn from this, because like I didn't plan really good on this, so I stay up like really late at this today to make this video, and I'm still not like feel doesn't good about my model too. So I suggest that we should make a good plan to begin the project. And the second thing, because I'm pay a lot of attention on the animation and I forgot about what the article want me to do. So when I finish with my animation and I have to back to like correct my model, it's really difficult to change something there, and it's gonna take a lot of time. So my suggestion is that we need to finish the model first, and then we're gonna do something about animation later. And the last but the important thing is this, is that I always have to save my model before making any change, because like it's gonna crash every like sometimes it's gonna crash, so you don't know when, so you have to make save first, so save every time you make change. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for listening.